to the Learn English Talk podcast. I'm Mia, and we are very happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Jake. Thank you for joining us again. If you're new here, this podcast helps you learn English with real conversations and simple, natural language. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this episode. It helps our podcast grow and it helps you receive new lessons every day.
Yes, make sure to subscribe so you never miss our conversations. We post new episodes daily, always with topics you can use in real life.
And speaking of real life, I can already tell Mia has a story to share. She walked into the studio with that expression that says something interesting happened this morning.
Do I really have a specific expression for that?
Oh, yes. And every time you make that face, it usually means something went wrong with public transport. So go on, Mia. What happened?
Fine, you're right. It does involve a bus. So I woke up early, everything peaceful, everything under control. I walked to the bus stop feeling confident. And then the bus came and passed right in front of me without stopping.
Again? Mia, this is not an accident anymore. The buses in your city recognize you and make a collective decision. Do not stop for her.
That's exactly how it feels. And I wasn't even far. I was right there at the stop. I even did that polite but desperate hand wave.
Yes, the famous please stop, but I'm pretending to be calm wave.
Exactly that one. And the bus just kept going. So, of course, I had to run. And you know perfectly well that I don't run.
I've seen you run. It's like watching someone trying to run underwater. Very slow, very dramatic.
Thank you for the support, Jake. Anyway, I ran, and the next bus stop felt like it was 10 kilometers away.
And this, everyone, is why today's topic couldn't be more perfect. Mia has experienced every transport problem possible.
Which is why we're going to teach you all the vocabulary you need to talk about means of transport in English.
But before we start, once again, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really helps us and keeps this podcast growing.
Now that we're introduced and warmed up, let's begin.
Let's talk about means of transport. So Mia, let's start with something simple. What do we mean when we say means of transport?
Means of transport are the ways we move from one place to another. Every time you go to work, go to school, go shopping, visit a friend, or take a trip, you use some type of transport.
Exactly. And there are many options. Bus, car, taxi, train, subway, motorcycle, bicycle, airplane, boat, ferry, and even walking.
Yes, and walking is a very important one. Many students forget to include it, but it's a real means of transport because it gets you from point A to point B, especially when your bus refuses to stop.
I was waiting for that.
You know me.
Let's divide the transport types into three simple groups: land transport, air transport, and water transport.
Perfect. Land transport includes bus, car, taxi, train, subway, tram, motorcycle, bicycle. Air transport includes airplane and helicopter. And water transport includes boat, ship, ferry.
Let's start with the most common one, the bus. A bus is a large vehicle that carries many passengers. You take the bus to go around the city.
And the important thing is you say take the bus, not get a bus, when you mean the action of using it. Example, I take the bus to school.
Or I go to work by bus. The preposition by is super important when talking about transport.
Yes, we use by for most transport. By bus, by car, by train, by subway, by plane, by boat, by taxi, by bike. But for walking, we say on foot.
That confuses a lot of learners. So repeat after us. I go to school on foot.
Another important thing, people often confuse bus stop and bus station. A bus stop is small, maybe just a sign or a shelter. A bus station is big, with many buses coming and going.
Great explanation. Now let's talk about the subway. The subway is a fast train that travels under the ground. In some places, people call it metro or underground.
I love the subway because it avoids traffic, and I like the sound it makes. Very city-like.
That's true. And then we have trains. Trains travel longer distances, usually between cities or towns.
And we have taxis and ride apps like Uber. Very convenient when you need to go directly to a place.
Let's also talk about bikes. Bicycles are great for short distances, they're good for your health, and they're good for the planet.
And motorcycles are fast, but require more attention and safety.
And then we have air, we have planes, the fastest way to travel long distances.
Yes, but not the calmest way if there's turbulence.
Mia hates turbulence.
I really do.
Now, let's talk about boats and ferries. These are used to cross rivers, lakes, or oceans.
Okay, Jake, let's do a small role play to show how transport vocabulary works in real conversation.
Great idea.
How do you go to work?
I go to work bicycle, and you?
I go to work by subway, but sometimes I take a taxi if I'm late.
Do you like walking?
Only short distances. What about you?
I love walking. I walk almost everywhere.
Do you travel by plane often?
Not really, only once a year.
Do you like trains?
Yes, trains are comfortable and relaxing. Now, let's teach some useful transport words in simple language.
Driver is the person who drives a car, taxi, bus, or truck.
Passenger is the person who is traveling in the vehicle but is not driving.
Seatbelt is the safety belt you wear in a car or plane.
Traffic jam means many cars in the street and everything is slow.
Ticket is what you buy to travel by bus, train, subway, or plane.
Platform is the place in the train station where you wait for the train. Now, to make everything easier, let's look at a few simple situations where you can use these transport expressions.
Scenario 1. Asking for directions. Excuse me, how can I get to the museum?
You can take the bus number 15, or you can take the subway, the green line.
Scenario 2. Buying a ticket. I'd like a ticket to the airport, please.
One way or return.
Scenario 3. Saying what you prefer. I prefer the subway because it's fast.
I prefer walking because it's relaxing. Now let's talk about real-life problems. My bus was late.
There was a traffic jam.
The train was canceled.
The subway was crowded.
I missed my stop.
My car broke down.
These are all very common in daily life.
I have another story. One time I got on a bus that looked correct. It had the number I needed. So I sat down, relaxed, put my headphones on, and thought everything was perfect. After 10 minutes, I looked outside and thought, This doesn't look familiar. 10 more minutes. I realized the bus was going in the opposite direction.
Of course.
I had to get off and walk all the way back. And it was summer. And very hot.
You attract transport disasters.
Probably.
I have a story too. I once took a long train ride. I wanted to relax, read a book, enjoy the view, but the train stopped in the middle of nowhere. No explanation, no sound, nothing. We stayed there for 30 minutes. Then the lights went off, and I just sat there thinking, is this the end?
Very dramatic.
You know me. Let's create a longer scenario to help students really practice transport vocabulary.
Great idea. Let's imagine Jake and Mia going on a day trip.
So we wake up early and decide to take the bus to the train station.
But the bus is full, completely full, so we can't get in.
So we decide to walk to the subway.
On the way, it starts raining.
Of course it does.
We arrive at the subway station and take the train. But when we arrive at the next stop, they announce the train will stay here for 10 minutes.
10 minutes become 20.
20 become 30.
Finally, we arrive at the train station. We run to the platform, but the train has just left.
So we buy new tickets and wait for the next one.
We finally take the train to the city we want to visit.
When we arrive, we take a taxi to the port.
Then we take a ferry to cross the river.
On the ferry, Jake tries to take a photo and almost drops his phone.
True. Let's not talk about that.
After the ferry, we rent bicycles.
But Mia's bicycle chain breaks.
So I walk next to the bike, pushing it very slowly, suffering.
Then we return the bikes and take a bus to the center of the town.
But the bus driver says this bus is not going to the center today.
So we get off, walk again, and finally arrive.
At least we learned vocabulary.
Yes, and we used every possible means of transport. Now repeat these phrases with us.
I take the bus to school.
I go to work by train.
I go to the airport by taxi.
I travel by airplane.
I go to the store on foot.
I ride my bicycle on weekends.
The subway is fast.
The bus is crowded.
Bus, bus stop, bus station.
Train, train station, platform.
Subway, metro, underground.
Taxi, car, driver.
Bicycle, motorcycle.
Airplane, airport.
Boat, ship, ferry. How do you go to the supermarket?
I go by bus. And you?
I usually walk. It's close to my house.
How do you travel to another country?
I travel by plane.
Do you like boats?
Yes, but only short trips. Long trips make me a little nervous.
I understand. Some people love boats, some people don't. But it's another useful way to travel.
Exactly. And today we learned a lot of ways to move around. By bus, by train, by subway, by plane, by bike, on foot. All of them very useful for everyday English.
Yes, and we hope this conversation helped you feel more confident when talking about transport.
If you didn't know these words before, now you can use them in real life. And you can practice with the examples we gave today.
And remember, the best way to improve your English is to listen a little every day.
And we're here to help you with that. So thank you for listening and spending this time with us.
Don't forget to subscribe and like this episode if you enjoyed it. It really helps our podcast grow.
And it helps you too, because you'll receive new conversations every day.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.